Hey everyone, so today is Tuesday and it is the first run of week 4 of my training plan. Target mileage today is 4 miles. It also suggests going for a hill run. So I've come up to Whitnam Clumps where I can get some hill. I don't know if you can just see through the back window of the car there. So I'm about to get my trainers on and get outside and get some miles in. Steep enough that they need steps. Whew. Can you hear? Stop it. So amazing. So there it is. Mission complete, 4 miles. Obviously not fast because up and down, walking, that kind of thing, but done. And of course when I say done, I mean, oh my gosh, that was a lot harder than I was expecting. So it's put a little bit of fear into me that I really need to come and do this probably every single week and really get used to it. I mean, look at that, you can see the curve. It's not pretty, it hurts. There were some really steep sections in there which you've seen, where you're literally having to walk up to the top. I need to look again at the course profile of the event I'm training for so that I've got an idea of how that might relate to what I've just done now. That would probably be good to do some research. I mean, it's still, 10-12 weeks away yet, but you know, preparation is going to help. But I think good quality session, definitely worth doing. I'm still standing, so it obviously wasn't too bad. And I think tomorrow is an easy run, about 5 miles. So I'll treat that as a recovery run, take it really slow. And then, yeah, come back again next week and have another go at this one. So overall, a lot of effort, but totally worth it. And check out those views, how amazing. Beautiful Oxfordshire. So it's Wednesday morning. Really not feeling it this morning. I was going to get up and try and run before breakfast and that didn't happen. Still just about got time to get the run done this morning before I have to go off and teach some classes. So yeah, I think today's just about head down, get through it. As you can see, not glamorous scenery today, just around town. 5 miles to do. So I think it's head tiredness rather than fatigue. So it's mentally not really in the right headspace rather than physically tired, but we'll see what happens when I start. 5 miles done. It was a bit sluggish getting started, but actually once I got going I really got into the flow, and a podcast I'm listening to helped with the distraction in the first mile. Hugh Jackman and Tim Ferriss interview, you should listen to it, it's quite good. So yeah, sometimes you do just need a bit of distraction to get you moving, but today was just about clocking the miles, getting the time on the feet, the time recovering from yesterday's session. Actually, by the end it was feeling really strong. The mental fatigue's gone, so hopefully that set me up nicely for the rest of the day. Teaching yoga and doing my other classes, so yeah, happy with that effort. It is now Friday morning and I've just finished 5 miles. So all the runs on the plan this week are sort of easy tempo apart from the hills that I did on Tuesday. So that was just a nice steady pace, just clocking the miles to get the legs moving. And last night I did a new class, so I'm trying to teach them stuff online that's non-Les Mills program. So I did a strength workout and a yoga class and slept really well. So actually the first couple of miles before some of the fatigue kicked in felt really good to run, so definitely need to keep going with those classes. And yeah, that's it. Friday morning done. 2 runs still to go over the weekend. Note to self, even just a couple of small glasses of wine in the evening makes it 5 times harder to get up. Setting out now about 2-3 hours later than I'd originally hoped. You know, that ambition to always be up early and out the door. But I am up and out the door. Saturday run, 6 miles done. And today was another easy effort. And I just thought I'd explain what I mean by easy effort. So for me, I take that to mean it's going to be less than 5 out of 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. How I feel, how hard I feel I'm working. And the other measure I use is my heart rate monitor. So I've got a Garmin watch that tells me what my heart rate is, and I've set it up so that it shows me based on my maximum heart rate where my zone 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 again ascending in effort level. So my goal for an easy paced run is to keep my heart rate in zone 2 or below, ideally zone 2 so that you're still working. Zone 1 would be considered warm-up level. Zone 3 would be aerobic level, so you're pushing a bit and challenging your aerobic system. And today's run was really exciting because I managed to get all 6 miles done, and my average pace with my heart rate staying in zone 2 was one of the fastest paces that I've been able to manage at that heart rate level. And so I completed the 6 miles in under 60 minutes, which is good. So it's taken months of work going slower than that, just building up the capacity to run at that pace. So the reason we want to do this is it makes you more efficient so that you can burn less energy. And I know a lot of people exercise because they want to burn calories, but what we're aiming for with this, especially for an endurance athlete who you might be out on an event for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, even more, you want to be burning less energy per mile but still covering the distance. So you have to start really, really slow and work to it gradually while the body learns to adapt and still keep you moving at a lower heart rate. So it's really, really rewarding to see after so many miles that that's starting to happen, and I'm starting to get a bit faster from it. So yeah, I've been rambling. One more run to do tomorrow. It's the long run. Again, this is a recovery week, so it's only 12 miles tomorrow. Last week it was 14, this week it's 12, so that should be fairly steady, but I'll catch you up with that in a second. So Sunday long run is complete. I miscalculated this morning and I was thinking I had to do 14 miles, but that was last weekend. Today the target was 12 miles, and luckily I realised just past the halfway point, so I was able to turn around and come back. Normally I go north on the Thames Path Trail towards Oxford, and that's quite a well-trodden bit of the path, I think, but this time today I went south towards Culham and Clifton, Hampden, and it was a little bit more challenging, little slightly narrower paths and more tricky for the ankles, but it was good. And although I'm not going to try and pretend that 12 miles is ever going to be an easy run, the legs are feeling really good today, so at the end of what's been quite a positive week and meant to be an easy to recover from week, relatively speaking, still feeling good and fresh. So yeah, ready for next week's challenges. There's So big red blocks on the training plan to look forward to. But yeah, feeling good today. So that's week 4 done.